back to the channel. You guys said like last video, I bought too big a grain cart for my combine. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna fix that. I'll just buy a bigger combine. I'm joking. We got a demo here. Mark at VanWall set up a demo so we could run a S7 900 combine 12 row to finish this field here. For my acres, it's something that is way too big, but on the YouTube channel to show everybody kind of how this new combine operates, some of the technology on it, to have it for a day, it'll be super fun to run with it. That's kind of the plan. We're gonna get in it. We got it for a couple hours and we're gonna try and push it to its full capacity here. Mark's the VanWall salesman out in Marshalltown, VanWall, and got us this demo. So, do you think we can get 60 acres done today? If we can
haul it away.
If we can haul it away fast enough. That's that's the goal, is what we're trying to do, is get the other 60 acres done.
Scott will teach you how to run it, and you're gonna get something done.
Scott's the technology demo guy. He's gonna run us through this whole combine.
What we have here is a model year 25 S7 900. So class 9 machine, it's in the 7 series, coupled with a C12F. So corn head, 12 row folding. This is a Stockmaster head, so it does a chopping head. If we don't want to chop, we can shut our chopping knives off. The big thing about this machine, when they look at it, it has what we call the X9 styling. So it has, you know, the different side panels on it that look like an X9. It has what we affectionately refer to as the X9 cab. But the big thing we wanted to really touch on is up here, hanging by the mirrors, 2 pairs of stereo cameras. Where the cameras come into play, that's called predictive ground speed automation. We have a boundary around this field. It looks at biomass from satellite imagery.
So throughout the summer, it's taking...
It's looked at it all summer,
okay.
Yep. And it says higher biomass directly correlates to higher yield. Then it's gonna bring in what we call a predictive yield map. After about 15 minutes of harvesting, and say, okay, this is what I think it should be, this is what it is, yep, okay, I'm all right to go. Then we can engage the predictive ground speed on there. We set a maximum miles per hour, maximum horsepower, and it is going to adjust the speed of the machine. And then it's going to use these cameras to look out in front and look for height differences. You know, if we have a drown out spot in a field, everything's going to be slower, so it's going to be looking out ahead, and it's going to say, okay, I can go faster through that area. The idea is, we don't want this combine to ever run really low on crop inside it, because it does its best job when it's full.
Yep. Awesome. Well, let's check her out.
We're all trained to slam the door on combines.
Yeah.
Just when you get done, just pull it latch and then let it go. We don't have to slam these ones anymore. So it's pressurized cab.
You're just running row sense?
Yeah.
Okay. This corn was pretty good until 2 days ago.
Yep, went down a little bit in that wind.
Yep, I had 2-pass fungicide and everything on this high management, and these 2 hybrids got wrecked. So we got some wind a couple of days ago, and our stock quality is really horrible with southern rust disease, and it's not too bad where we are in part of the field, and it's really just along the ends, but that's one of the reasons we kind of started a little earlier on corn. It's just because doing push tests, all these stocks were just falling over, and if we really got a lot of wind, some of these cornfields would probably be flat, considering how much disease pressure we had this year. Super interesting to see a little wind come in, and even this field that had 2 fungicide passes, tried to manage disease well, still some corn blowing over here.
Let's see, we got our predictive yield map now.
This is a bad spot. It's a hill. So all this is, we're right here. It's saying, hey, there's a little worse corn here. Yep. We're on just a little ridge over top of here. What's the corn running here?
It's running good across the top.
Around 230, 240.
Yeah. Right at the very top of it, it was 200. But
yep.
Yeah.
4 mile an hour, we're doing 4,000 bushel an hour, probably.
Yeah, you're instantaneous 32, 3,400. But
3,400 bushel an
just
hour.
This pass so far, we're averaging 3,400.
Gotcha. Do you have it where you get into poor quality corn with small kernels where it's tough to get a combine set? For me, at least, that's my toughest, trying to get a combine set in low quality corn.
Yeah, low quality and smaller, really light corn. You really have to really pay attention that you're not just blowing it out the back. You really have to play with the fan. Which that's with the harvest settings automation. It's gonna be able to, it's gonna hit our loss sensors back there in the back. It's gonna know that. So chances are it's gonna adjust our sieve, chaffer, and our fan. So to keep it in the machine.
Gotcha. But go ahead and pull under the auger.
Just does have the adjustable spout.
Okay.
So it's pointing straight out. That's the field position. It came down.
When you unload in the field, do you try and run it with that pointed out then?
No.
You always run it down?
It comes down to about 50%.
Okay.
So I always judge my grain tank sample, not by what piles against the back window, because every cob, every leaf, every stalk comes to the back window. I always let the tank get some in it.
Pretty clean, at least compared to what I usually have it at. Should be 12. Let's see, are we gonna...
Looks like 12.
Yeah. We'll be able to get these 12 off and then unload on the go on the way
Yep.
back, probably?
Yep.
Okay.
How many end rows did you put on here?
I put on 90 foot. 90 foot.
Okay. I'm going to hit this capture and I'm just going to stop. And then we're going to get out and we're going to count seeds. We're just stopping our travel.
Okay.
So I'm just going to hit capture and I'm going to stop right here.
Gotcha.
Okay.
You're going to see header loss?
See what we have for header loss. You know, I'm looking for that 1 square foot. And I shake it. Okay, so I've got,
Ooh.
let's just call it 4 of header loss.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll subtract these from what we find behind the machine, because I can't control this. The machine can't control this. I can only control that by adjusting the head.
Yep. There is not, well,
Not much.
5 or 6.
But we'll be able to adjust this out. I've got 6 here, or 4 there.
Yep.
That's literally, we're calling it 2 coming through the machine. Let's call it 3. So then we go into our equipment mobile app. I'm gonna change it to corn. I'm gonna call this wet corn because, you know, we're in that 20.
Yep.
Our yield, that was what, around like 230, give or take.
230, yeah,
Yep.
220.
My area that I did is a 1x1, and I calculate my loss. That is 0.75% or 1.73 bushels. So now we're gonna take this number, we're gonna go up into the cab. Now
Okay,
this is basically calibrated. I know
okay.
if it goes above that 4.4,
Yep.
then I'm losing more than my 1.3%.
Gotcha. Makes
Okay,
sense.
so now I'm going to engage the predictive ground speed. All right, max speed of 4.5. I'm giving it 100% of our engine load. There's our 4.4. Okay.
Yep.
4.4 is a bushel. What we said was like 1.3%, but I'm half of that. And here's my foreign material. This has been where I've been running. This is my broken grain. But now I'm going to engage what's called predictive ground speed automation. I am not using all my power, and I have very little loss. This machine, I can pick this corn at 5 mile an hour all day long.
Gotcha.
And not put anything on the ground and maintain my sample.
So we're gonna be running this semi here, and then we got a couple wagons. One thing that's gonna be tough is filling that big red wagon. You won't be able to see anything.
Well, at least you got the weight on the axles.
First load of corn going in this morning here. We should have no problem knocking this field out. It's about 60 acres of corn. We had a little bit of it blow over, so fields are dry enough. Should be able to get out of here with the semi.
That tells you how much power the chopping head actually, you know, utilizes.
Takes. That chopping head's using, what it looks like you're clogging there. I can throw it in too, or you can try and plow it through, or it's gonna go.
There we go.
So we're going to unload, or we're not going to make it,
We're
are
not
we?
make it, so have him follow and I'll cut a land.
Perfect.
State.
So we're running turn automation here. It's skipping a pass here, and then we're heading back on our next pass. There we go.
We're loaded up again here, so we'll keep moving. Yeah, haven't had to stop too many times. I think once we had to wait. I better keep moving.
Okay, so we're running her. Buck and the grain cart cannot keep up with us, so they're not able to keep up at all with the combine, so we're having to stop a lot. We're doing probably 35 to 3,800 bushel an hour, run 4 mile an hour, 12 row head. There's almost no way you can keep up, even with a bigger grain cart. It's tough to keep up with it.
That trucks.
Yeah. Oh, we got corn spilling over the side. I thought that was good. There we go. 2 grain carts or a little dinky grain cart would keep up with this at least. This is what kind of sucks with down corn is you pick up a whole bunch and it goes through the combine and it's wiggling its way through, it looks like. That's why it's super nice to go get corn when it's good standing, has a little green to it, maybe a little higher moisture. If I had a bin site and dryer setup, I would be going, I'd easily be starting at 24, 25% corn and running full throttle then. It seems like is the move. I could be wrong. It seems like we always get these situations where windstorm comes up, weak stocks. So currently we're going and we're in a hybrid that tops are down. We're having a lot of trouble with down corn and having to get out, throw it over. I wish I would have got all this like a couple weeks ago. We're getting into actually some better corn, 230s, 240s, which for this year is pretty good. Carter ran the grain cart. What do you think? We spilled a little corn. That was auto steer wasn't working.
I blame it on that.
Yeah.
It was drifting towards the combine.
Exactly. And Buck's rolling in the grain cart, keeping us going. So.
My brother's in there right now.
Yeah, Spencer's running right now because we can't keep these trucks and wagons going. So we're rolling, and we got about probably 20, 30 acres left till we're done. So far, this combine's working awesome. I mean, runs fantastic, like automation, everything, technology of adjusting to it. It's just we're not able to run it to its capacity. Not because we can't keep up with it right now, but just because I've got down corn and I've got to take it slow. Otherwise, this corn piles all over the middle, creates a huge ball, and then I got to get out, toss it in the combine, and then keep going. This field was perfect just 2 days ago, and we had this field all ready to go and run it on this combine until we got some wind and some rain. Nobody has a fun time when you're combine down corn. So especially when you got a demo that can run fast, and you're like, hey, let's knock this field out quick and run it to its full capacity. So right now going 2.8, 3 mile an hour, just slow. Could be a lot worse, not complaining, but I mean, awesome being able to run this combine here and kind of see what it's capable of.
So we've been loading in the field here just at the end of it. I mean, the ground isn't hard and dry. We got rain earlier this week, but dry enough where we can sneak out of here. And yeah, thankfully this field has a nice kind of entrance and plenty of room to work and everything. So this truck is a automatic for all the gears besides when you stop and start and when you're switching. So there's just buttons down here, and then yeah, right now it's gonna be automatic. But when we come to a stop sign, I need to push the clutch in, put a foot on the brake, and then once we take off, I need to use the clutch too. So I don't know what you call it, semi-automatic, something like that. Got a little Jake brake here. We just leave it on all the time. It works decent, and yeah, 10 speed. I've been going 25 mile an hour on gravel, 30, and works good. We're hauling it to those elevators off in the distance. As the crow flies, it's 2.5 miles, but I don't know, it's maybe 4 or 5 by the time you get there. We're running this semi, and then we're running the wagons too, and we're able to keep up with the combine. All right, now it's well into the afternoon. I think it's about 4:30. Buck's got a full load here. I don't know how many acres Grant has left, but shouldn't be too much longer, I wouldn't think. Well, we have about 5,000 pounds extra every time. Yeah, and we're on a little bit of a slope right now too. There's no adjust on the auger there. Sometimes it's tough if you get lined up weird, and usually at the end we got it straightened out. Sometimes it's wasted space here.
Back up a little bit. You can just drag it off. Okay guys, we are done with this field. Got 60 acres done today. Finished the field off. Got to give a big shout out to VanWall for letting us demo this combine, test it out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, seeing the combine in action. Class 9 combine. We were originally supposed to get a Class 7 with an 8-row head, but then this worked out to take the Class 9 combine with the schedule and where it was at. So, but super fun running it. Awesome to see it. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, Class 9 combine run, the S7 900. So thanks for watching guys. I will see you guys in the next one.